Hey,
Yeah.
hey everyone, Greg Staley here, live from Diverge Media. We're at Platinum Produce in Blenheim. Did I get that right?
Blenheim.
Blenheim.
Close enough.
This is what happens when you travel the whole province and you don't know any of the names. But we're here with Bonnie. Is it Verbeek?
Verbeek, yes.
So Bonnie Verbeek. I'm just gonna flip this camera here, and we'll go. Unfortunately, can't do the dual shot, but so Bonnie here, you started the
Turn this way just so
I
I'm
guess
not
the
looking in
viral post at this point.
I did. Yes, I did.
So let's talk about that. You're here at Platinum Produce because of the shutdowns, was my understanding. Restaurants didn't need as much of the produce as they normally would. So you put out a post, and what happened?
So just a little background. My husband and my father-in-law own the greenhouse. So my husband called me, and he was at the grocery store. We always look. That's what we do. We go and look around at the produce, and sure enough, it showed tomatoes that were on sale, product of Canada, but yet when you actually started looking at the tomatoes, it had product of Mexico on the labels. So he messaged me. He's like, "This is ridiculous. You need to make a post about it," which is kind of funny because he's kind of anti-social media. But it's become this perfect storm because as a as a grower in the greenhouse industry right now, we're already struggling with, let's be honest, the fallout of the pandemic. A huge amount of our market clientele is restaurants. Our restaurants. And the example that I use is that when you go to a restaurant and you're ordering dinner, a lot of times you'll order a side salad when you're sitting down to eat. But if you're ordering takeout, you're not going to order that side salad. So the demand for certain types of things, especially restaurants are afraid to buy a lot of fresh produce. Is it going to spoil, especially the changing regulations? So we've seen a massive fallout from it. And then, of course, the issue with having produce coming in from out of the country. And I can tell you it's super, super frustrating because we're the ones that support our community.
Yep.
We're the ones that pay the taxes. We're the ones that pay all these astronomical costs. And we're really proud to be a local Ontario Canadian company because we're held to some of the highest food standards in the entire world. So items coming from other areas, they don't have to abide by those standards. So that is super frustrating. So what it kind of started out as is, hey, we wanted to give people a heads up of what's going on. We know that there's such pride in buy local, support local. And if anything, during a pandemic, this is the time that should be happening.
Yeah.
So it kind of started as, I was hoping to maybe sell one skid. And just for preference,
We'll just give it a little shot here.
One skid is 80 flats.
So that's one skid we're looking at there, and that's 80 flats.
Yes.
And you're expecting to sell one.
I was hopeful to sell one, and this thing has taken off like crazy. We had 15.
We're looking at a lineup of what, maybe 70, 80 people
easily.
Down your parking lot here.
They're all social distanced and they're all wearing masks.
Yes.
But I honestly lost count of how many skids we have sold so far, which is perfect because the 15 we had set aside that our marketer said, sorry, I have nowhere to go with those. Guess what? We're in farming, so we're still picking. The plants are still growing. There's no shut off valve for them. So we have them out here. The feedback has been absolutely phenomenal. We have people coming from even close to Toronto that are getting basically orders from friends or people who are getting them and donating them to their local food banks back home.
Guilty. That's kind of what we're here today.
I'm like chills. It's so hot. But I'm like chills because that's what we're hoping to get out of this. The analogy I used is, you can make lemonades out of lemon. Here we're making sauce out of tomatoes. So we're making the best of it. And
I want to give you the opportunity to talk about something you talked about off camera, but
yes.
The $5 rate. You want to talk to that a little bit? So this was a promotional value you went with.
Let's go back. The whole post was basically these were going to go in the garbage.
Yeah.
Some of them are super ripe. Go home, make your stuff today with them. So they were going to go in the garbage. So at $5, we knew that was a low enough price to just hopefully get it moving, but we're still losing money on them. So it's exciting to see this. It's better than going into the dump, but it's also still super frustrating because this shouldn't have to happen. It shouldn't have to happen. Yeah. We need to support our local businesses. We need to support our local greenhouse. I mean, look at where we are in Chatham, Kent. We have Leamington as well. And look at all the greenhouses they have. They have an overabundant supply of produce. There's no reason that we should have to import any in.
Yeah. Has that been a big issue? Is like the shutdowns in restaurants, kind of the constant influx of not knowing what's going on, affecting the greenhouse industry as well?
We have friends that own a restaurant, and they had done everything they could to make the changes so that they would be able to stay open. They invested thousands upon thousands of dollars to build a brand new patio, and then this lockdown came out of nowhere, and they had just paid for and placed their produce order. So she's like, I'm sitting here on produce, so what do I do with it? And of course I joke, I'm like, I can buy some eggs, I can buy some stuff off of you. Obviously I can't foot that entire bill, but it's just mind-blowing. I could go on and on, but yeah, it's frustrating. So we're doing the best we can. We know that they're getting into the hands of people. We are actually running low. I can't believe I'm saying that, on the initial $5 ones. And I will be changing it to $10 a flat because we just cannot operate at a loss like that. We're trying to, right now, some of these should not be $5. They should be more. But we're doing our due diligence because a lot of these people came from far and wide. I think you did even.
It's
so.
a 2-hour trip for us.
Exactly.
I said I got about an hour and a half up, and I went, did I really want to make this trip today?
Well, I'm actually nervous. Like I said, I didn't anticipate this. I made no promises to anyone, but I had people that were coming tomorrow that were wanting like 80, 90 flats and like a caravan of cars from like Burlington area. And I'm like,
that's amazing. So how can people help you going forward? So obviously the $5 promotion is gonna be out, but can people come here and buy during the regular course of the year?
Just it. Our roadside stand is always here. We operate on an honor system. So we have a box where you come, we try to keep it stocked, so we stock it even at the end of the day, so it'll be stocked overnight. So you just come and get what you want, put the money in the stand. But we're in an area here where majority of places will offer that. So even if they don't necessarily have a roadside stand, contact the greenhouses and the businesses directly, because we would love to work directly with restaurants and other businesses. Granted, at the moment, we don't have a huge delivery operation set up. So it would be kind of like, okay, come and get yours, but you're getting it at such a discounted price that it's really worth it. And it's fresh because it's straight from the farm.
Yeah, I really can't beat it. So if you're, okay, I'm going to push it in Blenheim.
Blenheim, you did it.
All right, so if you're in the Blenheim area, right off the highway, only a couple kilometers off the highway, Platinum Produce, join the lineup and help support a local greenhouse producer. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bonnie Verbeek, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now I got to do the old spinaroo here. Perfect.
I got my food inside the stand.
All right, everyone, so I'm going to get in line. There's quite a line to get into, and I'm going to...
What would you like?
Oh, you don't got to...
You've
No.
been waiting
No.
here for...
No. I gotta suffer. I basically going to load my car as high as I can, and I don't know what that means. Unfortunately, I don't have things to put it in outside of a box.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But I can't do that. You're conscious. I can't do that. Seeing the line, I'll join my wife.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kids need out of the car for a bit anyways.
No worries.
Thank you so much. So thanks everybody for joining me here. I'm going to be joining the lineup. And again, if you're in the Blenheim area, Platinum Produce, again, the promotional deal is going to be done today, but they could really use the help. It's a great deal, great produce, support Canadian. Thanks everyone for joining us. Bye.